Generation Zero's February 2023 update releases tomorrow, but we got the patch notes a little bit early, and they are full of some pretty cool things. If you're a fan of Generation Zero, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more GZ content. So, what they released today was the patch notes for the update, which releases at 9 AM GMT on the 21st of February. And we have the patch notes a little bit early, so let's have a little bit of a look at what they've got in store for us. We're bringing you an update focused on fixing some long-standing problems, as well as introducing some new additions that we believe you will enjoy. First off, let's not make you wait for this one longer than we have to. The mission, A Wrench in the Works, has now been fixed, and you can progress normally. This took us a while to fix because we wanted to make sure that no follow-up issues would be created while attempting to repair the mission flow. Thank you for your patience whilst we dealt with it. Now, before we get into any more bug fixes, let's talk about what's new in the February update. Now, I have gone over a few of these things already, and a lot of people may already know my thoughts on the new collectibles and potentially the new weapon skins, but we're not going to be talking about that today. We're going to go over what is actually in this update, and hopefully it's some pretty awesome stuff. So first things first is the new collectibles. In each safe house, you will find these collectibles, which give you a hint of where to go for the next safe house. So they will show a photo of a position on the map, which you're going to have to go hunt down. And if you are a new player, this is great, because it will give you a little bit of a hint on where to go, where to look, and it makes finding those safe houses a little bit more fun. Obviously, for old players, pretty pointless. But either way, new collectibles for the safe houses could be quite cool and something fun to look at. Also, there's been some new introductions to base building. In order to show off the awesome feature to new players and make sure they realise how viable and important it can be as an endgame activity, we have revamped the introduction mission for base building and base assaults. The new mission is being called Building Blocks, and it can be picked up from the warboard in the vessel and bunker. It will guide players through the process of completing a base assault and subsequently building their own first base. Players who have already completed the old intro mission, good news, will not be able to play this new mission on the same world and will have to start a new world in order to experience it. On the plus side, there's a new mission. If you do want to play it, then obviously we can start a new game. Vessel and bunker, that's not the main one, is it? I can't remember which one that is off the top of my head. But you know, showing up in the warboard will definitely help new players. I remember even still, we get comments on the channel saying, oh, where do we start base building? How do you find the mission? Because you do have to do that introductory mission to actually get it up and running. So, pretty damn cool that that is a little bit more out there and noticeable for new players. Next up is weapon skins. Weapon skins were a highly requested feature, and adding them has enabled us to really have fun designing fresh new looks for our ever-growing array of guns and melee weapons. At the same time, they allow players to express themselves through even more customization. The feature was well received. The criticism we kept seeing the most was there is not enough of them yet, give us more. And we will happily comply. The February update brings you 6 new free weapon skins for the Moller, the Clock 17, the Capist, the HK5, and the Brannenbowl Bat. They will automatically be added to the loot pool of your rivals, so get clearing up your map and good luck on the hunt. So we got a new look at the skins as well. Now, I've already made my opinions clear on weapon skins. I do love the weapon skins, but I think that they're locking them onto certain weapons. I think that makes that a little bit boring. I think it'd be cool if we could just freely slap them on whatever weapons that we want. But first off, we got the Moller, then the Neon Grid, then the Copper Top Custom. I like that, it's quite cool. Capist, no, not a fan of that one. The Graffiti Resistance one, I like that, that's very cool. Same as that one there, and on the Brannenbowl Bat as well. Cool, very nice. Also, there is more swag for your buck. Since we've released the Camo Weapon Skins Pack DLC, we've received a lot of feedback regarding its cost to content ratio. Very, very good that people have said and complained about this, and there was enough people, because the cost for what we got was definitely not enough. And now what they've done is add 5 more skins to that pack. So everyone who has purchased it will see these added to their skins after downloading the update. So we've got quite a few there. There's 5 new ones, but they look cool. They do look nice. I mean, this one is definitely no use in Generation Zero because we have no sand. But it's a cool looking skin. There's a Desert Camo, the Fleckton Urban, and the PVG 19 Naval Marine. digital forest for the AR-76, and the orange Venom custom, which I like that. That's one of my favorites. It looks more honeycomb though. I'd say that was honeycomb custom. Very, very cool. Next, we have a new feature that is, well, for this one, I do think that other things would have been better. I don't want to be negative, but it does seem to be like, oh, well, people aren't buying more DLCs. We need people to buy more DLCs. So instead of you going to the store and buying them, let's slap them in your face in the main menu. The new carousel in the main menu has seen a substantial change to make it more visually appealing and easier to navigate. This was done to make sure you're always up to date on the latest news, and you can open this up for a more focused view by interacting with the existing news tabs in the game's main menu. This is still a work in progress, and we will continue to take feedback and improve on the presentation in coming updates. Now, I do like that it features all news. I think that's very, very cool. But you can also now see DLC and which ones you don't own, and you can unlock them directly from the in-game screen, and new DLC will be added automatically. Which, I mean, alright, fair enough, you know, they've got to make the money, right? Which, yeah, it'd be cool to see everything in one place, I do get that. And next up is the return of the Semler event. Those of you who have been playing GZ for a while will definitely remember this, but on the occasion of Fittersdagen, I don't know if that's right, but Fat Tuesday. So basically what this is, a special day, and it's celebrated by eating the national Semler pastry that they have in Sweden, and it's a special treat to the world of GZ. From the 21st to the 28th of February, you can loot Semler pastries from some locations in-game, and normally where baked goods are made, so maybe households or pastry shops. Eating it will restore some HP and give you a nice full stomach. If you have an Apex Connect account all set up, you can also find an extraordinary assignment with extra special rewards in your FMTEL reward trunk during this time. It's time to show everyone how much you like the creamy goodness, and we hope you enjoy and share lots of screenshots of you having a fika with your friends. So coffee and cake break. Oh, I could do with a fika. I could do with those most days, to be fair. Now, alongside this, there is loads and loads of bug fixes. Not as many as I thought there would be, but there is definitely a hell of a lot, which is brilliant. And there are still some known issues. So if you do want to see the bug fixes, in the links down below, there is the Steam page and all of that kind of stuff where you can get these patch notes and read through each and every one of those. But I will go over the known issues. So people that are reporting them or experiencing these issues know that the team is working on them. So the Lynx and the Firebird will get stuck in a shooting loop when stunned. Dismounted mopeds can sink into the ground. Infrequent crashes on the login screen. Clients are sometimes invisible on motorbikes in multiplayer sessions. Non-default text color settings sometimes don't apply correctly. Phoenix base walls with spotlights have no collision. Experimental AUG fires inaccurately when aiming down the sights. And the 4C and AG4 has a very high drop chance under some circumstances. The Vintovka drops less frequently than intended and not at all from wolves. With that being said, there has been, obviously we've gone over it before, but increases to the damage to the Magnus, the Experimental Magnus and the KVM-89 have both been adjusted ever so slightly to make them a little bit better and much more useful in-game now, which I think is good. I'm very glad that they've done that. Hopefully it's a step in the right direction and they start to change a couple of the other little things. I think maybe making some of the standard weapons a little bit more beefy. So, you know, you're not just using experimentals. As fun as they are, they do make normal weapons pretty much redundant. Which, I mean, I think that's what they're meant to do. But, I don't know. Maybe some new experimentals or some... it's sort of a catch-22 for me, because I think we have enough weapons in-game. But at the same time, I'd love to see some different types of weapons, something more beefy, like turrets, mounted turrets and all that kind of stuff. I think would be really, really cool. But we are going to wrap that one up. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, please drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for more Generation Zero. The update will be dropping tomorrow, and we will have a little bit of a video on it tomorrow evening. Probably will be a little bit later than this one, because I will be obviously at work when the update drops. But thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and stick around for much more Generation Zero content. I've been Wired, you've been awesome, and we'll see you in the next one.